Right, let's go. Namaste everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you this Sunday. As you know, my name is Ashutosh and we meet every Sunday 8 a.m. US Pacific time to learn about the Hindi language. I know this is still recently we had the daylight savings change effect. So please make sure you check your local time. Based on that, you can join whenever it's 8 a.m. Pacific time. You can find out the local time and then join accordingly. For those of you who are completely new to Hindi University, you can learn more about us by going to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Hindi University, where you will find over 600 Hindi related videos that we have put into different playlists, okay, based on the theme. If you want to join the live interactive classes we have every Sunday, you can find all the details on this page, which is tiny.cc/Hindi University. I highly recommend you to check this page on a regular basis, whether it is a time change or whether it is like any announcement or whether it is like the books that we've been following and the videos that you missed from the previous class. All of that you can find it here. It's and also the practice sessions that we have, like, so there is a timetable for that also, like, as you navigate through this page. It's still a little bit, I need to make a small video to sort of help you navigate, but this is still your go-to resource. So I highly recommend you to make sure that you check this out. Okay. With that being in mind, as you know, we've been following two books. We're following Pingu Learns Hindi, which is a book for complete beginners, and the second one is Advanced Hindi Grammar. Those are the two books that we're following. The format is pretty simple. We start with very simple sentences and then we build on top of it. And towards the end of the class, we are also we're practicing listening, in which we have a small Hindi story, and you can find the link of the story on this tiny.cc page as well. And then, the idea here is like whatever we are learning during the class, can you try to see how if you can decipher those in a in a story format. Okay. That's about it. Like, keep it very interactive, and if you have any questions throughout the class, feel free to ask, and then I'll try to cover those. Right. So with that being in mind, let's get started. We'll try to finish one of the topics that we were covering in the previous class, and then which is basically we were covering reflectives. Okay, so we were covering reflective pronouns. So there was one topic that was remaining from previous class that I will cover, and then the rest of the class I will cover Hindi conjunction. Don't let this word kind of intimidate you. It's pretty simple concept. Most of you are pretty comfortable using the Hindi conjunction. So my goal is that by the end of this class, at least you will, because this topic is going to go for at least 3 to 4 weeks. So my goal is at least you will learn the basic Hindi conjunction by the end of this class. Okay. So with that in mind, let's get started. Reflective pronoun. I think I'll give one more basic example of it that we started in the previous class. We said, like, you have in a very basic sentence, you have Jake rewarded, let's say, Mary. And as you know, this is a subject in a sentence and this is the object. Okay. Simple thing, both Jake and Mary are two different persons, right? So far so good, no problem there. But the moment you have something like Jake rewarded Jake, you guys told me that it doesn't make sense. Like, you will not really write like this, because, like, while the person can reward themselves, right, you will not write it like this. Rather than that, you will say Jake rewarded himself. So object basically is referring back to the subject, reflecting on the subject. And those kind of situations, these words are called reflective pronouns, right? Jake rewarded himself. And we learned that in Hindi, you have three most common one, which is basically khud, and then swayam, and apne aap. Those were the three we practiced quite a lot, right? In this class, there was one thing that was remaining that I'll be covering it, right? Which is the adjectival use of it. So I'm going to erase it. This is just like a very basic recap of what we did in the last two classes. Okay, so imagine you have a scenario which is basically, you know, sentences that you want to say. It's I'm going to start with very simple. Let's say you have a very simple sentence called this is a garden. Okay, how will you say that in Hindi? Everyone, you can use the chat box to say that. How will you say that in Hindi? This is a garden. And then this is for everyone who are watching on Zoom as well as live on Facebook. And in the class, I'm going to ask someone to volunteer. JD, you want to say it? How will you say it? This is a garden?
यहाँ बच्चे हैं.
ये है. Very good. क्या है?
The bachche.
Almost. Bagicha.
Bagicha.
Yes, right. So if you don't know, I mean you knew it in this case, but if in general if you don't know, you can say यह garden है, and that will be fine. But you can say यह बागीचा है, right? This is a garden. यह for this, and is basically है. यह बागीचा है. This is a garden. Okay, यह एक बागीचा है. Now, JD, if you want to say problem. Do you know what is problem in Hindi?
Ashanti.
Okay, Ashanti. Okay, what else? Anyone else? Huh?
Pareshan.
Okay. Pareshani. Okay. Problem. Okay, what else? There's one more I'm going to cover. Samasya. Okay, samasya. Similarly, let's say you have one more word, and I'll tell you why I'm covering it. I'm going to go, in a certain direction after that. So let's say you have, our problem. Our problem. How will you say that? Okay, हमारी समस्या. Right? Just like, you want to say our house is हमारा घर. Okay? Our parents is हमारे माता पिता. Just like that, you said our problem is हमारी समस्या. Okay? Similarly, you want to say our matter. And let's say this can be tricky. How will you say that?
हमारे बात.
Okay. Let's say you want to say mamla. Matter is mamla. Then it would be
Hamara.
Very good.
Hamari.
No, this is good. Hamara. Masculine, right? Hamara mamla. Okay. So far so good, right? You started with very basic sentence. This is a garden. Is यह बागीचा है. Okay. Instead of this is the garden, you want to say this is our matter. How will you say that, JD? This is our matter. This is our matter.
Hamara.
Yeah, say it, finish it. Yeah.
Mamla.
Say it. Yeah.
Yaha. Hamara.
Very good.
Mamla.
Yes, यह हमारा मामला है, right? This is our matter. यह हमारा मामला है, right? But oftentimes when you are using it, these sentences you want to say, let's say you and your friend are doing some deep discussion. Somebody else come and try to introduce themselves in it. Okay. Your natural reaction can be like, this is our own matter. Like, why don't you stay away, or in a polite way, right? So you want to say this is our own matter, right?
Apna.
Say it again.
Apna.
Okay. So basically, you see, like we started with this is a garden. From there we went to this is our matter. Now you want to introduce a reflective form. You want to say this is our own matter pertaining to us ourselves,
Oh.
right? So you end up using the form of apna that we started in the previous class, and that form is called apasi. Okay, apasi. So it's a with a and then pa, sa with e. Okay, apasi. Okay. Now, JD, where will you put it and how will you finish the sentence? All you have to do is put the reflective form in the sentence. That's it. You already have this one.
Yaha hamara mala aapse hai.
Okay. Yeh hamara. One more time.
Mala aapse hai.
So this is the thing. You will say yeh hamara आपसी मामला है.
Oh.
You will put it here. Okay, our own matter, right? हमारा our own matter. हमारा आपसी मामला है.
Just like in English.
Yeah, just like
Our own.
Yeah, our own. Yes, just like that. Any questions so far? Before we look at the variation of it. Yeah, go for it.
I have a question. May
Yeah.
I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so this has to do with yaha. So I studied with a teacher online, and she says that one should use in colloquial yeah instead of yeah.
100%. That's correct.
But what is the difference? Why? When do I use one? When do I use the other?
Yeah, so the teacher is absolutely right. You know, just like in English, there is a certain, sentence structure that you use or words that you use on a day-to-day conversation versus when you are when you're writing a formal letter or an email, right? So, yah is more formal, like when you're writing an email or, a letter or more formal conversation, like you will use yah. Versus like, in a day-to-day casual conversation, colloquial conversation, you'll end up using ye. ये हमारा अपना आपसी मामला है, right? So they're absolutely correct what they taught you there. Yeah, awesome. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, now my goal is I'm going to remove it. I want to ask you guys. In this case, you have ये हमारा आपसी मामला है. Can you replace आपसी मामला or at least मामला with something else? And I want to ask each of you, like, what comes to your mind? Okay, go for it, Mastranji.
ये हमारा आपस में मामला है.
Okay, आपस, you can say आपस. There are two ways you can say. Either you can say आपस का or you can say आपसी. Okay? Can you replace मामला with something else? Okay, it's there. Okay, so you want to say something like this. Let me help you. It's this is their own fight or something like that. Like you don't want to basically introduce yourself in it. Like you know that Jake and Jill, they're fighting and this is their own fight. I'm not gonna bother about it. How will you say that? This is their own fight.
ये उनका खुद का लड़ाई.
Okay, ये है उनका. Very good. There is, as you said, ये है उनका. Keep going.
लड़ाई है.
Okay, ये है उनका. आप use the word.
और उनका आपसी लड़ाई है.
Okay, आपसी, and then you can say झगड़ा. like a small fight, झगड़ा. Okay, झगड़ा. यह उनका आपसी झगड़ा है. Okay. If you want to say लड़ाई, then instead of उनका, you will end up using because लड़ाई is feminine, you will say
Okay.
yes, very good,
Okay,
right?
Dada.
You want to say लड़ाई, then you will say यह उनकी. Either you can say यह उनकी लड़ाई है, but if you want to be specific, यह उनकी आपसी लड़ाई है. यह उनकी आपसी लड़ाई है. Okay, keep it simple. If it is bothering you, start with very simple, just like the way we started. यह garden है. Okay, यह somebody ask you मामला क्या है, what is the matter? Okay, then you can explain them. तो ये मामला है, this is the matter. Okay, then you can say यह हमारा मामला है, this is our matter. Okay, यह हमारा आपसी मामला है, this is our own matter. Okay, anyone else would like to try a variation of it? Raise your hand, or you can just go for it. Mahaji, can you think of something else?
Actually,
Huh? Anyone else? Huh? Go for it.
पता नहीं.
पता नहीं. Okay, no. हाँ, नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. Anyone else?
जश्न. हाँ वो हाँ ये उनका आपसी जश्न है.
Okay, it's their own like celebration. Is that what
Yes, हाँ जी.
Okay, good one. Anyone else? Let me see if Usha Jain is using something specific here. But in the meantime, if you guys can think of something, feel free to use it. Usha Jain should be using some interesting one here. Okay, Aapsi, okay. Okay. The problem also, right? I mean, ये है, if you want to say, ये है उनकी आपसी समस्या. यह उनकी आपसी समस्या है. Okay, यह उनकी आपसी समस्या है. Okay, Radhika ji, go for it.
I don't know whether it's the right one or not. यह उनकी रोज की दिनचर्या है. No, यह उनकी आपसी रोज की दिनचर्या है.
So I think the sentence is correct, but the thing is like this the sentence you mentioned will go without aapsi. Right?
Aapsi,
This is their daily routine, which is completely fine. This is how you'll say it. This is their daily routine. Okay? But like in a sentence where you want to emphasize and you want to use the reflective, like, phrase, then you can use the aapsi, right? Aapsi samasya, aapsi ladai, okay? Or the one that I mentioned, aapsi, mamla, or even aapsi samjhauta. Aapsi samjhauta. So I'm going to write it in Romanagari, samjhauta, which is compromise, right? So let's say two people are fighting and they came up with a resolution, and then it may be fair or not, but like यह उनका आपसी समझौता है. This is their own mutual compromise or resolution of the problem. Okay, so this is the part which we didn't finish in the previous class. I thought like it'll be good to take time and then cover it. Any questions on this one? Feel free to ask, and then after that we'll jump to the Hindi conjunction.
मेरे पास एक सवाल है.
हाँ, please go ahead.
So you don't use अपने, like if you're saying it's my own, you say मैं अपना समस्या है, or apni samasya for female, but here is it because it's multiple people, we're using apsi.
Yes, because it's mutual, right? If you want to say my own problem, then you'll say meri. How will you say that?
ये मेरा no, I'm sorry, ये अपना समस्या है.
Okay, meri, and then my problem is meri samasya. My own problem is
It's अपना, right?
feminine. Samasya is feminine.
Oh, अपनी.
Yeah, meri apni samasya. Okay. And similarly, my own brother.
ये मेरी अपनी भैया है.
My own brother. Right? So, brother masculine. Mera.
अपना.
Very good. Mera apna. And then bhai.
Oh,
Mera apna
तो
bhai. Okay.
क्योंकि भैया masculine है और समस्या feminine है, इसलिए अपनी और अपना है.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with the gender of the speaker.
That's right. 100%. Right. Mera apna bhai. A girl will say the same thing. A boy will say the same thing. Mera apna bhai. Same thing, like, you know, girl will say the same thing, meri apni samasya, and boy will say the same thing, meri apni samasya. Okay, meri. Now, the similarity between this and this is they both are reflective, but they both are used as an adjective, right? That's why you may be seeing like some pattern there, but as you said, like this is, you will not see, this is like there are multiple people involved. That's why it's like, you know, pertaining to, this really means pertaining to himself, ourself, themselves. That's exactly what it means. Apasi or apas ka. Okay. Go for it. Question, Milika ji.
Yes, can you please explain again? I don't understand. The last one you wrote, Mera apna bhai hai.
Yeah.
That I understand why it's apna. I don't understand when you add the C to up.
Oh, you mean this part? You don't understand this part?
Yes, why does the C get add? I understand apni, apna, but I don't understand the apsi.
Apasi. Okay, so it's just like, you know, so basically it's the reflective form. Okay, when you talk about reflective, you have reflective, it can be used as pronoun, it can be used as adjective, it can be used as an adverb. So as some of it we covered in the previous classes, but like, you know, there are multiple things. One is like, you understand this one, my own food, right? Mera apna khana. That part you understand, right?
Yes.
Mera apna khana. Versus you have a sentence called I will cook myself. Okay, this is also a reflective form, but this is a pronoun. So when you want to say I will cook, you'll say main, let's say you want to say main pakaunga. Okay, when you want to use the myself, you want to say main khud pakaunga. Okay, this is, or main, you know, this is, you missed it previous class, but basically this is,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go back.
No worries. I'm just trying to give you a quick primer of it. So this is, you want to use as a pronoun. So you want to say, I will cook myself. Main, first sentence is main pakaunga, I will cook. Then you want to say, I will cook myself. Main khud pakaunga. Then you want to say, I will cook myself, and you want to say my own food. मैं अपना खाना खुद पकाऊंगा. You're combining both of them together, right? मैं अपना खाना खुद पकाऊंगा. Then basically we left one of the form of reflective, which is apasi. So this is sort of like two different forms of basically reflectives. Okay, so difference basically when you want to say I'm gonna see if I can. हमारी अपनी, okay. R, you want to say R. it's our so it's you want to say something like it's our matter, right? So yeh, I think at least till this part you understand, yeh hamara मामला है, because there is so far no use of it, right? It's our matter, यह हमारा मामला है. But I mean, again, try not to translate it, but you want to say this matter, it's pertaining to us or ourselves, right? Ourselves. Then basically you end up using यह हमारा either आपस का मामला है, or you can say आपसी मामला है. Okay. You might wonder, can I say यह हमारा अपना मामला है? You can say that. Grammatically, that's also correct. If this is throwing you off, you can still say यह हमारा अपना मामला है. This is our own matter, right? But Hindi allows you to use this form as well. यह हमारा आपसी मामला है. Okay. But if your question is like, can I still use, I don't get this one, can I stick with apna? You can say that. ये हमारा अपना मामला है. Okay. Alright. So I'll switch to conjunction. Okay. It's a very easy topic because it starts with very easy stuff, but then gradually, we'll build more complexity to it. Okay. So Hindi conjunction, as you guys a lot of you are already familiar with it. It's I'm going to write it down first. Hindi conjunction. Just like in English, these are Hindi conjunctions are used. They are used to combine. They are used to join or combine. To join or combine words, phrases, or clauses. Okay, there are multiple types of Hindi conjunction, right? There are primarily three, which is basically I'm going to be covering the first one first, right? So you have coordinate conjunction, okay? Then you have subordinate conjunction, and then the third one that you have is correlative. Correlative conjunction. Okay, so my focus for this class is just using the coordinate clauses, and these are just like English. You have you have two, let's say, nouns here, Jack and Jill, right? And is basically nothing but a coordinate conjunction. It's used to combine two names. Okay. You can use and to combine two sentences as well. I will go to the movie theater and I will watch the movie and I'll order the popcorn and I'll enjoy the movie, basically, right? So you are just using and to combine the sentences, right? So there are many types of coordinate conjunction. You have and, similarly you have or, okay, which are you are giving an option, like either I will go watch a movie or I will go to a swimming class or something like that, right? So that's also your coordinate conjunction. Okay. Similarly, you can, in English also you have a but, right? I can go to the movie, but I have some things to take care of. Two different sentences, but you are joining them using a conjunction, right? So that's the importance of it. That again, coordinate conjunction, but think about and, or, but. Okay. And the fourth one, which is basically rather not, or just not. Okay, or just not, which is basically you want to say something like I will you want to say something like I will drink chai, not coffee, or rather not coffee. Okay. So goal is like you'll practice different sentences in Hindi where you will learn how to use, which is simple. I think most of you should know how to say and in Hindi, or, but, and rather not. Okay. So with this in mind, I'm going to erase it and I'm going to start with very simple one. Again, all of them are part of your coordinate clauses. So if you go back to our story and you want to start simple, and if you combine the two different names that we have in our story, you can say Ron is the father, you can say Ron or Ria, which is basically your and is basically or in Hindi. Okay, or. Okay. The other words to use and is tatha. So you have the and tha with a, tatha. And you have a ver as well. Just ver. Okay. And then there is one more, which is evam. 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 Now, this and this is more common. This is the most common, or va is also equally common. Tatha and evam are very, very formal, basically. So it's good to know, but in your colloquial language, you will not be using tatha and evam, at least for the time being. Okay, till you are doing some sort of a debate competition or something like that. That's a different thing. But so you will really say Ron or Ria. Okay, khana kha rahe hain. Like Ron or Ria, are eating food. Okay. Similarly, like Tom or Jerry. Okay. However, a slightly formal would be like you want to say Prime Minister and President. They both went to the ceremony. Okay. Slightly more formal. So you can say Prime Minister or Pradhan Mantri or Rashtrapati. You can say that. But like the moment it's a little bit more formal, you will see the use of ver. Like Pradhan Mantri or ver, Rashtrapati. President is Rashtrapati, but you can really say President as fine too. Okay, so just to recap, this one more commonly used, or you most of the time, more than 95% of the time, you'll be seeing this only. You'll be seeing some use of ver. Evam and tatha is only when you're reading some of the books, textbooks and all, you will come across it. Okay. Okay. So any questions so far on this one before we practice some more sentences on this one? Okay. You want to say I and my friends. I and my friends will play cricket. How will you say that in Hindi? This is the ask. Everyone should do it. I'm going to give you some time. So folks who are on Zoom as well as on Facebook, I and my friends will play cricket. Okay. If it is hard, start with this. I will play cricket, and then try to add the other, components in it. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time just so that you can all try it out. Okay, so for folks who are watching live on Facebook also, I really encourage all of you to try it out as well. See who's doing it. Okay, someone who's not tried before. Mala, you want to try this out? Mala ji, try with this one. I will play cricket. How will you say that? Okay, Mala ji, if you are occupied.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go for it.
मैं और मेरे दोस्त क्रिकेट खेलेंगे.
Very good. So if it was I will play cricket would be मैं
क्रिकेट खेलेंगे.
So if just you are saying it, remove this part right now.
और मैं और मेरे दोस्त.
Very good. So your sentence is completely correct. But if only you are playing it, it would be मैं cricket
खेलूंगी.
Very good. Because you are girl, you'll say मैं cricket खेलूंगी. So the verb is खेलना. You remove the na, and because it's future indefinite, feminine, you put ungi. मैं cricket खेलूंगी. Okay. Now because you have I and my friends is nothing but मेरे दोस्त. Right? And what you've done here is मैं और मेरे दोस्त. Finish it up, Malaji. Cricket
खेलेंगे.
Very good. Because it's plural, मैं और मेरे दोस्त क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. Wonderful. Awesome. Anyone else would like to try a similar sentence? Susan ji, you want to try it out?
मैं और मेरा परिवार मूवी जाएंगे.
Very good. मैं और मेरा परिवार मूवी देखने जाएंगे. Very good. Awesome. मैं और मेरा परिवार मूवी देखने जाएंगे. Awesome. Anyone else would like to try? Kelly ji, you want to try it out? A simple sentence.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry, I was just on the.
It's okay. Any simple sentence with or in it.
Let's see. मैं और अपना परिवार भारत जाएंगे.
Okay. मैं और मेरा परिवार भारत घूमने जाएंगे और भारत जाएंगे. Okay, absolutely correct. Okay, go for it. Milika ji, you have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
I have a question, please.
Uh-huh.
Why is it मैं और मेरी परिवार instead of अपनी?
Which one? मैं और
Why are we saying मैं और मेरी परिवार
मेरा परिवार
rather than, or मेरा परिवार, sorry,
Yeah.
rather than अपनी, my own,
so
me and my own?
so if you want, so it's basically my family.
no. Yeah, why aren't we saying अपनी, my own?
Why are so in English? How will you say that? You will say I and
My friends.
my friends, right?
Right, but sometimes I have to say in Hindi, मैं और मेरी दोस्त, for example.
Okay.
Sorry, मैं और अपनी दोस्त. No?
So just like that, if you want to say I and my own friends, you don't even when you were saying it in English, the natural is not coming. Like you're not really saying my own friends, right? It's not really coming very naturally to you. Like even in English, in Hindi, you say मैं और मेरे दोस्त खेलेंगे, मैं और मेरे दोस्त खाना बनाएंगे. Okay, if you have a need to put own, you will put मेरा अपना. Okay, मेरे अपने दोस्त खेल रहे थे. My own friends were playing. Okay, so basically, I don't see the need for putting on in this one, right? It may be in other sentences, but I don't see that. Okay, Vedantji, go for it.
Yeah, so I'll take a sentence, but I also have a follow-up question to that. So then, for instance, if I'm going to my room, I'll say मैं अपना कमरा में हूँ. I'm in my room right now. So would you say that we should really be saying मैं मेरा कमरा में हूँ?
मैं अपने कमरे में हूँ. That's all I'll say. I'm in my own room. मैं अपने कमरे में हूँ.
So why
Ashu
do you
Ji.
use apna there, but not in these sentences?
So let me write it down here. So basically let me write
Ashu Ji,
yeah, go for it.
Can
Yeah.
I say something?
Huh?
I think I read somewhere, and maybe I don't know if it's in a book somewhere. When you use and, you don't use apna, apne, apni.
Okay.
I don't know how correct that I might be saying, but I think I read that in a book. But whenever you use and, you don't use the apna, apne, apni.
Okay. So okay, it could be the grammar rule, but let me write down first here. So basically, Vedant is saying my own room, which is basically here you say mera apna kamra, right? Mera apna kamra, right? Now Vedant, I'll add more variation to it. What was it that you were trying to say?
So मैं अपने कमरे में हूँ.
So you want to
I'm in
say
my own room, right?
मैं अपने
कमरे
में हूँ. I'm in my
my own room.
own room, right? मैं मेरे ठीक है, मैं अपने कमरे में हूँ. Yes. Go for it. Now what the variation?
I'm sorry?
Now go for it. What's the variation you want to add in it?
So like now I'm going to make it into or. So I'm going to add the word or to it. So मैं और मेरा दोस्त तो मेरे कमरे में हूँ.
Okay. So you want to say मैं और मेरे दोस्त, you know, then you will not say अपने कमरे में. You will end up putting मेरे कमरे में है.
मेरे कमरे में है.
Yes, मेरे कमरे में है.
Okay.
You will put मैं. You will not put here अपने कमरे में है. Okay. Now it could be the grammar rule that Susan Ji is referring to, but you will not put मैं और मेरे दोस्त अपने कमरे में है, because then it sort of is giving you incorrect notion of who is this अपने referring to. Like you are really trying to say, like, you know, grammatically that sounds incorrect. Basically you will not put मैं और मेरे दोस्त अपने कमरे में है. You can say मैं अपने कमरे में और मेरा दोस्त उसके कमरे में है, और मेरा दोस्त अपने कमरे में है. That means like he is also in his own room. But like but the question is really that your question is really why are you not putting apne here, right?
Well,
That's
like my question was more so like if you look at the sentence at the top of the board, like मैं और मेरा परिवार movie देखने जाएंगे. Why would not be मैं और अपने or I'm sorry, अपना परिवार? Because now it's like me and my own family. Like in my sentence, it makes sense because like it's not all of our room; it's only my room. But in the top sentence where I've had the question was more so like, this is my own family. So why am I using मेरा परिवार instead of अपना परिवार? Is it because of the rule where it's or?
So I think in this one, I think you're trying to mix two things. In this one, मैं और अपना परिवार. No, it will not go there. मैं और मेरा परिवार will go there quite well. You will not put मैं और अपना परिवार. Movie देखने जाएंगे.
Ashu Ji?
Yeah, go for it.
If I change this sentence and say I am going with my family,
Yes.
then it would be apna.
That's right.
Yeah,
मैं,
apna.
if you want to say मैं अपने परिवार के साथ मूवी देखने जाऊंगा, that's a different thing. Then you will put अपने परिवार के साथ, with my, you know, with my family, right? Why is that the case? I'll dig deeper into it, but right now just stick with this. मैं और मेरा परिवार मूवी देखने जाएंगे. Okay? You will not put मैं और अपना परिवार.
Can I interject something?
Yes, please go ahead.
I'm thinking the apne is always going to refer back to the subject, so it can't be in the subject of the sentence.
That is correct. That's Donna ji?
Yes.
Yes. See, at least I know your voice now. Right? Yeah, that is correct, right? It's the subject and you cannot really, 100%. But finish it. What else you were trying
But
to...
I'm just saying that apne always is referring back to the subject of the sentence.
That's right.
So
Right?
it can't be the subject of the sentence.
It's a reflective one, right? I mean, that's what we just learned. It's a reflective one. Yeah.
Ashu Ji,
Yeah. Go
this may be a little bit strange, but I am thinking with apne in this instance, it kind of translates to my own. So it's my own family. So in that sentence, it doesn't work. So मैं और मेरे परिवार कल movie town जाएंगे, right? So not मैं, whereas you would say मैं अपने परिवार के साथ कल movie देखेंगे, right? So somehow or the other, it just doesn't make sense.
That's right.
Using the apna in that instance.
Yeah.
Because it reflects back to my very own. And if you translate it, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we're using instead my family, whereas as opposed to my very own family.
That's right. And there's no need for a reflective form there. That's what you're trying to say in your summary. Yes. That's right. There's no need for a reflective. You are simply saying I and my friends, right? I mean, you're not saying I and my own friend. Like, there's no need for that own there. Okay. So this is basically or. That's a very the common one that is being used. The second one, as I said, is or. Okay, which is basically the most common one is ya. Okay, and the second one you have is athwa. So you have a, th, va, athwa. That's the less commonly used one. Okay, and then so this is the very common one, more formal, and you'll be surprised the key is also used. Key. Okay, this is basically colloquial. Okay, colloquially it is used, and you've used key multiple times before. Okay, this is the key with the small sort of the e in it, key. Okay, so the very simple sentences you can say is like chai, ya, coffee. Okay, chai or coffee. Like you come to my house and like the very basic thing would be आप क्या पियोगे? Okay, आप क्या पियोगे? Chai या coffee? Like chai or coffee? What will you drink? Okay, आप क्या खाएंगे? Okay, what will you eat? Idli या dosa? Right? I mean, you can say मैं idli or dosa खाऊंगा. You can say I'll eat both, and basically, right? Versus like or. Right, so very commonly is ya. Okay, colloquially you can also say key as well. Okay, so I'm going to write some more examples and then so let's say you are watching a game and you want to say who will win. What do you think? Who will win? India or South Africa? How will you say that in Hindi? Rita ji, how will you say that in Hindi?
Who will win?
Yes.
Or do you want me to say India or South Africa?
You can say first that and
okay.
then...
Okay, Kaun jeetega?
Very good. Kaun jeetega. See, the moment I put you spot, your brain works even faster.
My computer's blue screens.
No, you good. Kaun jeetega. Kaun jeetega.
And then Bharat ya South Africa.
Very good. Bharat ya South Africa. Kaun jeetega? Bharat ya South Africa. Right? Very commonly used one, right? Kaun jeetega. And then in the beginning, if you want to say what do you think, because in the sentence you usually say that, like what do you think? How will you say that, Rita ji? What do you think?
I'll just say kya kha hai, but
Okay. What do you think?
kya kha hai?
Kya?
I just is that not kya kha hai? I just kya आपसे pata hai.
Let's see.
There's a lot of ways of-
Ask our friends if anyone. Huh?
Suchi hai. Yes,
Like आपका क्या
Okay.
आपका क्या
आपको okay. आपका ख्याल क्या है? Okay, that's one way.
yeah.
Can you put the word that we have? Feel, lagna.
Oh, that's more like okay. What do you feel like or think? The old lagna, my favorite. आप क्या
आपको क्या?
आपको क्या? Sorry, आपको क्या लगता है?
Very good. आपको क्या लगता है?
Oh yeah, or maybe लगते है because of the app. I'm not sure.
No. So it's ko is there as
That's
well.
लगता है. Okay, आपको yeah, you're right.
आपको क्या लगता है? Or sometimes the Hindi speakers will just say क्या लगता है?
क्या लगता है?
क्या लगता है? Okay. Like what are you feeling? Okay, what do you feel? क्या लगता है? I mean, कौन जीतेगा? क्या लगता है? कौन जीतेगा? India या South Africa? Right? So, I mean, the point is like you should know. Yeah, I just took a tangent to kind of give you some more flavors of it, which is your, day-to-day colloquial conversation. You can say that, you should remember this one. Yeah, that's the number one thing. Second thing is like, you can use this one very easily. Kaun jitega? Okay.
Ashu Ji,
Yeah?
Ashu Ji, I have a question. Why don't we say in the sentence "Aapko kya lagta hai, lagti hai" with a plural for aap? Why don't we do that there?
What's the call?
Because of ko.
Because of the code.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right? So, again, I'm just trying to add more items in it, but the most important thing is remember, yeah. Okay, Bharat, yeah, South Africa. Chai or coffee. Similarly, आप कहाँ जाएंगे? Like, where will you go? When for your trip, you'll go to, Paris, yeah, London. Right? That's another one, right? You can say Paris, yeah, London. Okay. Anything else you guys can think of? Like just like pairs. So let's see. I'm gonna ask some of you. Someone who's not tried before. Susan Ji? Or, yep, go for it.
Using yeah.
Yeah, just yeah, simple.
You mean like with countries make a sentence, or you just
anything like you can just take any two nouns and just separate them with yeah.
acha. Kya shakahari ya mansahari.
Very good, right? Vegetarian, yeah, non-vegetarian. आप क्या खाएंगे? शाकाहारी या मांसाहारी? Good one, right? Tom?
Yes, Ashu Ji.
How are you doing?
Excuse me, आप क्या to eat, I'm sorry.
Just let's say drink. Let's say you want to drink. Give options of drink.
Okay, so आप क्या is it bebenge?
Pienge?
Pienge? Chai?
Yeah.
Ya? Coffee?
Very good. Chai या coffee or pani or soda or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Pani or
Anyone else would like to try it out?
Can I try? Ashu
Yeah,
Ji?
please go for it. Yeah.
आपको क्या पसंद है, कुत्ता या बिल्ली?
Very good. आपको क्या पसंद है, फुटबॉल या? The second one.
कुत्ता या बिल्ली?
Oh, कुत्ता या बिल्ली. Sorry. Very good. आपको क्या पसंद है, कुत्ता या बिल्ली? Kutta is dog and Billy is cat. Okay, awesome. Anyone else?
My dilemma.
Go for it.
soft kate ya aram kate.
Okay, very good. Aram, yeah. What, say it again?
Gar soft kate, like clean house or take rest.
Okay. आप क्या करेंगे? आप क्या करेंगे?
Ya aram.
Yeah, very good. आराम करेंगे. What will you do? आराम करेंगे या घर साफ करेंगे?
Yeah.
Very good, right? घर साफ करेंगे.
आराम.
Huh?
Always आराम.
Always आराम. That's true. Always आराम.
आशु जी,
Yeah.
आप कल आप क्या करेंगे? काम पर जाएंगे या बीच जाएंगे?
वेरी गुड. कल आप क्या करेंगे? काम पे जाएंगे या बीच जाएंगे? ओके.
आशु जी,
Yeah.
मार दिया जाए या छोड़ दिया जाए?
My goodness, look at that, right? I mean, that's like a song. Who understood what she said? Vidya ji said. Vedant, did you understand what she said?
No, I was raising my hand for another sentence.
I'm going to write it down. She said, "Maar diya jaye." So it's a old Hindi song. Ya, chhod diya jaye. What do you?
Should I? Isn't Mar like killed?
Yes, yes.
Mar diya jaye ya chhod diya jaye.
Yeah.
So like either to kill something or to leave it alone.
Yeah, it's used in a different.
Should I kill you or should I leave you alone?
Yeah, basically it's not really used to it marna in this case is not really to really literally kill someone, but like, you know, it's a song in which the girl is saying basically like to the hero of the or the actor of the, you know, movie. Maar diya jaye ya chhod diya jaye. Should I basically punish you or leave you, right? I mean, right? So there's a use of ya basically, which is basically two different sentences connecting using, you know, ya, which is a Hindi conjunction. Okay. Which university will you go to? UC Berkeley or Stanford?
क्या कौन सा यूनिवर्सिटी जाएंगे? University of University of Southern California या Stanford?
Very good, right? आप कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में जाएंगे? UC Berkeley में या Stanford में, right? So I mean, again, this is an option, right? Any questions on this one? On the second conjunction, we covered two, or, which is basically Sita or Geeta or, you know, Tom or Jerry, okay? मैं और मेरे दोस्त, right? Or, and the second one we covered is basically yeah, okay? Go for it. Yes.
I can't see this, but which direction, left or right? And I think that's Bahan or Daha, but I don't know the word for direction.
Yes, the Disha.
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 So Konse Disha?
Yes.
Konse Disha.
Yeah. And the more colloquially is taraf. आप किस तरफ जाएंगे? Okay. Urdu, but like more colloquially used. Disha is more formal, right? Okay. Now, rather than going fast, I want to cover, just like you have ya, you will see in the books as well as like, you know, most of the time it will be ya. But just like that, you know, ki is equally used, but it is a very colloquial way of saying, or in Hindi. Okay. क्या बनाऊं? चाय की coffee? Now it may be confusing, like why are we putting ki here, right? Because like, you know, we are used to saying Ron ki ladki, like Ron's daughter. That's where we use ki. Okay. Right. But why are we putting ki here? But colloquially, it also, how it is being said, it means or. Okay. Right. So just like that, कौन जीते? क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? South Africa की India? Right. So it's like I just said it very fast. In my mind, I know. I mean, like, you know, it's South Africa की India. कौन जीतेगा? Right. So that's also, you know, if you notice someone or Hindi speakers are using ki there, it's not necessarily used as a way. It's not an apostrophe s kind of scenario. Ron's daughter. Okay, it's really like basically, or it's not used as a postposition. It is really used as a conjunction, which means or. Okay, ki is also used as a different conjunction. Like मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप पढ़ाई करो. I'm saying that you should work. So I don't want to confuse too much, but ki has just the same ki. Conjunction can mean that or it can mean or. So if I want to have a long sentence, I'm saying that you should do this one, right? So I have two sentences, but they are joined using that. There also you'll use ki. Okay. that is a more formal way of using ki as a conjunction. But ki as a colloquial way, it means or. Chai ki coffee, okay? Questions on this one, and we can certainly cover it a little bit more detail next class as well, but I want to make sure at least at a high level it is clear. At a high level you understood आपसी today, like ये हमारा आपसी मामला है, okay? You are comfortable with that, and you are comfortable at least using two Hindi conjunctions, which is the use of or, okay, evam, va, tatha, or as well as like where you are using ya, yeah. I mean, we didn't do athwa because it's I don't think you will see much use of that. Similarly, ki, okay. Is that key with a short vowel? Yes, it's a key with a short vowel, JNG. It's a short one, basically. So there are two types of key, this one and as well as this one, right? So this is really, we are talking about this one. When we say post-position key, you are using, Ron ki ladki. Like that's when you will using this one. But this conjunction key, it means that as well as or. So this is a good question. Okay. Any other questions so far? Anyone? We are a little bit behind time, but I do want to cover the listening section. So I'm gonna go a little bit fast there. Okay. I'm gonna read it out, and you have to just listen to it, and then you tell me what's going on here. Okay. So we're still talking about Ron and his family, and the sentence goes like this. एक दिन रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले देखने जाता है. एक दिन रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले देखने जाता है. रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले देखने जाता है. सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं. सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं, लेकिन we have not done this one, we'll cover it in the next class, but at least you should be able to get it. लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है. Okay, सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं, लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है. राज ने बोला या तो मैं काम करूंगा या मैं सो जाऊंगा. ओके, राज ने बोला या तो मैं काम करूंगा या मैं सोऊंगा. ओके. रॉन ने पूछा खाने का क्या करोगे. ओके. रॉन ने पूछा खाने और डिनर का क्या करोगे, घर पे बनाओगे कि बाहर जाओगे. रॉन ने पूछा, I'm going to say it again, okay? रॉन ने पूछा खाने का क्या करोगे, घर पे बनाओगे कि बाहर जाओगे. Okay, I think some of you already said like you want me to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it slowly, and then I'm going to repeat one more time, just as fast as I'm reading a newspaper. Okay, एक दिन रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले और या नाटक देखने जाता है. सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं, लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है. राज ने बोला या तो मैं काम करूंगा या मैं सोऊंगा. रॉन ने पूछा खाने का क्या करोगे, घर पे बनाओगे कि बाहर जाओगे. ओके, नाउ आई एम गोना रीड फास्ट. एक दिन रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले देखने जाता है. सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं, लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है. राज ने बोला या तो मैं काम करूंगा या मैं सोऊंगा. रॉन ने पूछा खाने का क्या करोगे, घर पे बनाओगे कि बाहर जाओगे. Okay, I know it's at least my goal is at least some of you paid attention to the conjunctions, how sentences were combined together. Even if you didn't get the summary of what is going on, as long as you were able to identify that there was a deliberate use of conjunction in the sentence, I think you did well there. Okay, who would like to work with me? Master Ramji, you want to work with me on the line by line translation, and everyone else just follow along with Master Ramji.
ठीक है
Yeah, okay. एक दिन रॉन और उसका परिवार एक प्ले देखने जाता है.
So one day, Raj and his family went to see a play.
Okay. Any questions? Anyone on this one? Everybody probably got this one. Most of you, right? One day, Ron और उसका परिवार, Ron and his family went to see a play. देखने जाता है. सभी बच्चे साथ में जाते हैं.
All the children were going to see the play.
लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है. लेकिन राज नहीं जाता है.
But Raj was not going.
Okay. Raj doesn't go. Okay. राज ने बोला.
Raj said,
या तो मैं काम करूंगा.
I'll either work
या मैं सोऊंगा.
or I'll sleep.
Okay, so there is a use of conjunction or. या तो either or. या तो मैं काम करूंगा या मैं सोऊंगा. Okay. रॉन ने पूछा.
Ron asked,
खाने का क्या करोगे?
what will we have for dinner?
What will you do for dinner? Basically, there is
What
no
will you
use
do
of
for dinner?
there is no use of you. तुम खाने का क्या करोगे? He's not asking that. He's just implying that what are you gonna do for dinner? You're not coming to watch the play with us. Now you're at the home by yourself. So all of this is implied, but he's simply asking खाने का क्या करोगे? Okay. Now घर पे बनाओगे कि बाहर जाओगे?
Will you make at home or go out?
Awesome, right? So again, it's implied. There is no use of pronouns here. तुम खाना घर पे बनाओगे या कि तुम बाहर जाओगे. So the pronouns are omitted, but it's implied there because the father is asking the son, right? So I hope you guys get the sense of it, like what's going on here. Like there is no need to just deliberately put pronouns because everything is in there. Okay, so I'm gonna first stop the broadcast on Facebook. I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, definitely post it and I'm gonna respond to it. Okay, so we'll meet again next Sunday for folks who are watching live on Facebook.